Oh, hello, this is John O'Grady with Builders Mutual Risk Management, and thank you very much for inviting me to your safety meeting. Even though we are virtual, we'll try to communicate some information that you may find helpful. This is going to be for some information on preventative measures that you can take to help stop the spread of the coronavirus. And the information I'll be going through has been issued in a national stand down for protective measures against the coronavirus. It's been published by the Home Builders Association, and the information came from the CDC. And you might have seen this flyer. So this is what I'll be referencing and just going through a few of these steps and suggestions that they have, and some of them I'll elaborate on as to different things that you can do, alternative things that you can do. Of course, the first thing is if you are ill, you want to stay home. Don't, even if you think you've been exposed to the virus or someone who is affected with this virus, you want to make sure you are quarantining for that 14-day period and staying away from folks. The biggest symptom with this is you don't realize that you are infected. Of course, washing hands frequently. This is a contact virus. It gets onto surfaces, and then when you touch the surface, you can pick it up. And then when you go to your mouth, eyes, or nose, that's how it gets into your body. So washing hands frequently is extremely important. There are a number of agents that you can use as a hand sanitizer. I'll send that list out to you. There are about 300 different agents that are out there that you can use that will kill the virus, and you can use those as a sanitizing agent. So it just doesn't have to be hand sanitizers. There's a lot of other things out there that'll work as well. Of course, covering coughs, sneezes. We're in the middle of allergy season. I am plugged up like crazy. My nose is running and sneezing, and I don't want to even contaminate or sneeze around anybody, so I always try to sneeze or cough and go into your elbow. Either that or cover it up with a disposable tissue and then throw it away. Don't reuse them. Of course, we're talking about that social distancing and trying to maintain that 6 feet distance between people. Working with some of the other construction companies and builders, people have been coming up with some pretty ingenious ways to maintain that on construction sites. In house construction, they're trying to just send in one crew to a floor and isolate that crew to one section of the house or to a building. Keeping crews together, not mixing up people every day so that you don't cross-contaminate. And then if you can spread the crews out, the workers out in a building, maintaining that distance. Okay. And of course, reducing the size of groups to less than 10 also helps reduce the chances of cross-contamination. Minimizing ride share. If you do ride to work with someone, if you can get or ride by yourself, again, that helps to minimize the cross-contamination potential. Avoid sharing tools with coworkers if that's possible. Again, it's a contact agent, so that once it gets onto a surface, it can be transmitted by just simply handing someone a drill or a screwdriver or hammer or some other tool. So if you do have to share tools, try to wipe them down, clean them before you pass them on. And then cleaning disinfectants on tools, equipment. Of course, you have to keep that up, even on a job site, and wipe down tools, equipment as much as possible so that you don't cross-contaminate things. And don't forget about your car. Make sure that you are decontaminating the steering wheel, gear shift, radio, control buttons, on the dashboard, all those surfaces, even the seat belt, your keys, the car fob for opening and closing your doors. All of those things have to be wiped down on a regular basis so that you don't cross-contaminate. And of course, don't forget about your cell phones. tablets, anything else that you handle or touch. So doing that frequent disinfecting is extremely important. Respirators, this is becoming a big issue because they're getting scarce, but there are some alternatives that we can use. First, I just want to mention, try to use something that is rated for filtering out particles. This is a particular paper mask that painters will usually use, and it's only designed to stop big droplets of paint from getting on your face, and it only has one strap to hold it to your face, so it doesn't have a very good sealing surface. So these are going to be very minimal protection. Everybody's talking about the N95 respirator. This is actually called the dust mask, or the technical name is a filtering face piece. And the paper or the material that this is used is designed to stop particles down to 3 microns. You always want to make sure that you are using something that is designated as that N95, and you want to use a piece that has at least 2 straps to give it a better sealing surface against your face. Of course, air is going to take the path of least resistance, so you want to make sure you have a good seal against your face and around the contours of your face, especially around the nose. So this device has that metal tab that you can pinch and get it as tight around your nose as possible to stop any air leaks. You want all the air to be pulled through the mask so that it's clean before it goes into your body. If you are using alternatives, if you can't get the N95 mask, some people are using bandanas, but be very careful about this because, again, that cloth material isn't going to filter out the particles before it enters your body. There just isn't enough tightness in the weave of the material to stop those particulates from getting into you. So the CDC has issued some guidelines on how to properly fold these things so that you have multiple layers of the cloth and that goes against your face, and those multiple layers will help provide some protection so that you don't breathe in the particulates from the virus. If you are making respirators at home, and I have been because my sister-in-law is up in New York working in a hospital and they can't get supplies. So I've been making some masks for them, and I always get, these are HEPA vacuum cleaner bags. Again, I'm looking for the 99.98% filtering properties of the material, and I look for HEPA on the material for the vacuum cleaner bags. And then there's instructions you can get on the internet to cut these up, and then you can make a disposable respirator out of that HEPA material. And for the nose piece, I've been using some pipe cleaners and then some elastic to give you that 2-point of contact so that it has a pretty good sealing surface around the face. Okay, so this material is a 5-layer material, and it's designed to filter out any of those particles before they break through and come into the area of the mask where you can breathe them into your body. So it does a good job of filtering out the air, cleaning it before you breathe it into your body. So just another way you can make your own respirators if you can't get the 3N and N95 mask. So just be careful with respirators. And then also using proper protective equipment such as gloves. Try to avoid using leather gloves. They're going to absorb any of the cleaning agents and hold it against your skin. People, that can cause some dermatitis issues. So you want to use a chemical resistant glove like nitrile, PVC, neoprene, and just check the cleaning agent that you're using, and then get the proper glove that will stop that contaminant or that agent from breaking through the glove and getting into your skin. And again, with gloves, this is a contact agent. The coronavirus is a contact agent, so it's going to stick to the surface of a glove. So make sure you wash or use a hand sanitizer even on the gloves before you take them off. Okay? After you've doffed your glove or taken them off or taken off the respirator, always go back to the hand sanitizer. Clean your hands before you touch your face. Eat lunch, smoke a cigarette, take a drink, any of that before any of that contaminant can get onto another surface, and that's how you ingest it in your body. Okay, just some tips. Hope this has been helpful. If you do have any questions, Builders Mutual has a lot of information. We have a page set up on our website just for the coronavirus. Just go to buildersmutual.com, look under risk management, and there's a whole host of information there. Or you can go onto our blog and get more information. Always feel free to reach out to any of your risk managers. We're always available to help you. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for inviting me to your safety meeting.